One of the more sort of chancy ideas was something we did with the DPA SMK 4061 microphone. These are very small, very sensitive condenser microphones that are used for orchestral recording, mainly string instruments. But what we tried to do was we were going to use these for recording the vibraphone. We used a pair of them, one at each end of the instrument. What the problem we've seen so far before this recording was the fact that the lower end always seemed to be louder. We could never capture a nice sound. So what the idea was to put one microphone approximately 1.5 meters above the bottom facing down, and the other microphone approximately half a meter to a meter above the top end of the instrument facing down. Now both these microphones are omnidirectional. They're so small, so they have to be omnidirectional. And unfortunately, we didn't get the sound that we thought. It just was the same as every other recording that we had done, almost. In fact, no real recording at this point had stood out, and we hoped that this was going to be our saving grace, and unfortunately it wasn't. Of all the kind of experimental recordings we did with the sound booth, the best one for me has to have been the Rode NT2, facing in the cardioid pattern towards the vibraphone, about 1.5 to 2 meters away from the booth itself. The channeling of that sound actually worked quite well. And in the frequency analyzer on Logic Pro, you can actually definitely tell it's picking up the frequencies better, and it's given a more rounder instead of a harsher sound. But again, it's still not perfect because you do hear the beaters of the vibraphone. What I would say though, it was great experimenting with all those different types of setup, because we were using Shure SM58s, we were using the AKG 414, a 414 pair, we were using the Rode NT2 and the NT3. We used quite a lot. We used the sound booth, and we to be honest with you, we couldn't have thought of anything more. We were trying to go outside the box and try something a little bit different, and we did, but unfortunately with the vibraphone and the final recordings, we didn't get exactly what we're looking for. As I said already, in my write-up, I do believe that the best recording is, well, the Rode NT2 in cardioid position facing the sound with the side vibraphone in it, and also the third recording, it's with the single AKG 414. I thought that one there was actually not too bad. It could have been better, but because it encapsulated the better sound, it was the best of the first 6, the best of the first 12 actually, if I was really to talk about it. The crossover pair was a bit of a disappointment. The sound booth was a bit of a disappointment. We tried several ways in that. We tried 2 pairs above the sound booth, we tried 2 pair in front of the sound booth, we tried 2 pair facing the windows in the sound booth to see if the sound would bounce off the windows and then maybe come into the microphones. We thought that might work. That didn't work. So unfortunately with the vibraphone, the only real ones that we got were the most simplest. The best were the simplest ones.